Hiya, it's Kerry from Mobilates. I hope you're ready for 30 minutes of gentle movement, seated, standing, lying down, a combination of those things. And I always try and keep things as accessible as possible. So if you want to stay seated throughout, I will be giving instructions for that. And a mix of standing and lying down as well, especially in the sort of last 15 minutes when we go to a lying down posture if you want that. And remember, the lying down, it doesn't have to be on the floor. So if the floor does not feel like a place you want to get down to at the moment, you might have a sofa that's bigger than my sofa. You might be doing this sitting on the edge of your bed and then lying on your bed. Just take the duvet back so it's as flat as possible. A big cushion would be good today. When I say a big cushion, I mean something quite plump. I've got my little cushion as well. That's like for my head later, and a towel. But this is going to be something that we'll use in the second half. Who's there? Irene. Hello, Irene. Nice to have you here. Hi, Jean. No sun here. Well, it's sort of, it's cloudy. It's all right, you know. I'll take it. Hi, Jackie. Nice to have you here. So if you haven't got a cushion at the ready, and most people tend to have cushions close to hand. That's what makes it such a good prop. Grab that. You'll need it a bit later, but for the moment, just your lovely selves, sitting or standing with your feet comfortable width apart, just for your balance, so that you're not too worried about your balance. Place your hands together. We're going to push them up and then outwards. As you push them up, we're going to breathe in. As we take them outwards, we're going to breathe out. And I love this move, this shape, because it naturally gives you a shorter inhale and a longer exhale. And that's a really good way to calm your body. It just helps kick in our natural rest and digest. And the other thing you can do as you breathe in is breathe to your sides. Make yourself wider. Imagine if you were wearing horizontal stripes, you might even have a stripy top on, you know, like a sort of Breton style top or something like that. Just imagine you're making those stripes wider, not taller. So they're not longer and stretching out this way. They're just going this way instead. Hi, Christine. Oh, I just saw you creep in there. So you've got that wide, stretchy breath. And you might feel yourself getting wider a tiny bit. It might be quite a lot or somewhere in between. And one more like that. And then just let your arms come down and bring your feet a little closer so that they're pointing forwards. If you're seated, it's about a 2-fist gap between your legs, and your legs are a 90-degree and L shape. And if you're standing, we're a little soft in our knees, the toes are pointing forwards. We're all going to grow a little taller. If it helps, imagine a crown going on. It could be a crown of your choice. You could be all the bling, or you might be like flowers and leaves. I'm a flowers and leaves person. And just grow a little taller with your crown. Now, soften your legs if you're standing. Just give a little softness in the knees. And we'll touch the belly and touch the back if you can. If you can't touch your back, just go for your belly. Feel the shape of each, especially the belly. So it's going to be round. We've all got round bellies, unless you're one of those very lucky people with a completely flat belly, and I don't even think they exist. Right, so we've got our round bellies. We've got the shape of our back. So I can feel a little dip, a little hollow here. Now we're going to do that wide breath again, this breath to your sides. And you can see the change, my top change as I do that. I'm just going to do it one more time. See the creases change? Now as I breathe out, almost like an upwards pull, and my bum just drops down. Breathing in, we're going forwards. Breathing out, I'm just pulling back, up and back slightly. And then we've got that movement literally in our pelvis, in the sacrum here, in the pelvis at the front, you've got that tipping point. And just holding onto your belly, even really hugging it as you feel it move. Especially if it's super stiff, this sort of hugging and like a mechanical assistance, really. It can really help because this can be a really stiff place. And as I do this, I'm not squeezing my bum. I'm not pushing my thighs forward. They really want to. They're dying to go like that, but that's not the movement. I'm looking for this tilting, and the hands, oh my goodness, they really help. Last one. Lovely. Let it go. Have a little wiggle. Right, now we're going to back up to that crown being on, growing tall in our seat or standing. Now we're going to tap the back of our head and take that sensation back a little. Feel the extra chins, the ones we're always trying to hide. Don't know what it is about chins, but we never want them on show. So feel those chins kick in. Turn your head as easily as you can, not forcing. Come to the center. And now we're going to tilt the ear towards the shoulder. You can see my ear is nowhere near my shoulder. It's just the direction. It's a little nearer than it was. That's what I mean. Now different. Place a hand at the side. Now if you've got glasses on, if you put your hand here, it's going to push the glasses across. So it might help to do that. Just use a little sort of scrunchy fist. I like to go into my cheekbone for this as well. Now we're going to do that same movement, but we're not going to go anywhere. We're just going to resist with our hand as we try. Just push. You can see my head move very slightly and then ease off. And try and breathe when you do this, not hold it all the time. This is the fourth one. Oh, goodness. Right. And then we'll just have a little turn each way and the other side. So that same, I'm using my cheekbone and my fist, but you could have your hand like that. Pull back, get the chins back, that long neck at the back, a little press and resist. And one more. Oh, no, two more, because do 4 on the other side. I'm amazed I remembered. Right, now we'll have the shoulders a little rounding forwards, nothing else, not the neck. We're not rounding forwards like that, just the shoulders round a little forwards. And now they're going to go a little back and the shoulder blades squeeze closer together. I always feel like I'm aiming for my plait, my braid. So a little forwards, a little back. And you'll notice that as you go forwards, it feels a little hunchy and this area feels narrower. And then as we go back, it's going to feel a little wider. Now, you don't have to really max out because as soon as you make this big, everything else, my chest is pushing forwards, my back's pushing forwards. And I don't need those extra bits to do that. I'm just moving my shoulders, particularly my shoulder blades at the back, moving around here and then back again. So I'm giving a little slide forwards and back. Now we'll roll our shoulders, keep everything close and just feel what it's like maybe doing a half one, like a little hill. That's it. If it feels okay, let your arms hang down by your sides and make it bigger, smoother. And there may be some extra sounds that you get as well, a sort of crunchy Rice Krispies sort of noise. Shoulders are quite complex joints. There's a lot going on, so you may get those little extra sounds. As long as there's no pain, it's fine. And now starting to squeeze a little bit more together at the back, just so you can see my shoulders go on that journey. Now we're going to go a little swishy. You can see my legs go a bit wider. So if you're sitting, take your legs wider. Move your hands backwards and forwards on your legs and let your body turn with this movement. Take it slow. You can press your feet down into the ground at the same time if you're standing. It's a little bit swishy, but the legs and the hips are moving. So we're introducing a rotation that's really gentle. If you've got osteoporosis or osteopenia, rotations are one of those contraindicated sort of moves. So you've got to think, how can you bring in a safe rotation? Because we need some rotation, just for doing things in everyday life, like getting out of a car. We can't get out forwards. We've got to be able to turn to the side and rotate our bodies a little bit. If you haven't got osteoporosis or osteopenia, you might start looking further behind you and just making this like a bigger rotation. And then come back to the center. Right, now we're going to go into our feet. So let's give our toes, just getting my toes into shot, a little wiggle. And our heels, some gentle up and downs, hold on to anything that you need to. And then we're going to keep both feet down, work one leg. So if you need some support, think about the leg that is closest to support. That's the one that we're going to lift. We're just starting to lift it. It might be you lift it like that, but I'm not looking for the hips to change. So grow tall in the other leg. Keep this leg slightly bent and just see how much you can lift it. Now, if you're seated, you've already got your leg in this position. So I want you to concentrate on a heel raise that you can hold upwards. So we've all got something going on there with lift, whole body staying long. Now we're going to bring the opposite hand and just touch the leg. So that's giving us a small amount of rotation. If you want more, you might reach around the side of the leg. And last one, quite intense these, and more intense than you think. Give everything a little wiggle. We're going to go for the other side. Now, I'm all right with my balance. I'm not going to move the chair. But if you are unsteady on this side, change around. Put the chair next to you. This is the leg we're going to lift. So grow tall first. I'm softening this leg. My heel's already off the floor. And it might be you lift the heel up and down. Just keep those hips even across rather than the wonky or up here. Really even. It might be you can lift this thigh upwards and you can get our sort of tabletop leg so it's parallel to the floor or the ceiling. Then we're going to tap just on top of the thigh. It's a small rotation. And then if you are okay for more rotation, might go down the side of the thigh. I find this side harder to balance. We often do our favourite first. Last one. And then take everything down, give everything a little smush, a little massage. Take your legs slightly wider now. We're going to go for a side bend. Start tall, arms down by the side. Little lean over to one side. Keep this hip where it is. Keep this foot pressing down. Keep your bum on the seat. Come up tall. And the other side. And one more time each side. Now we're going to bring our arms to a W sort of position and give it points of our elbows a little squeeze down. Now, where are your hands? Where are your arms? I'm trying to have them sort of at the sides, roughly in line with my ears. And when I just do eagle eyes side to side, I can see them. Now, you might find that you can only get your hands here. That's fine. That's where they're going to go. Just a little pull down here. And the energy for pulling is here. It's like you're trying to squeeze something closer. And then we're going to put the hands on our head. Now a little side bend. Think of this pointy elbow going upwards and then back to the center and the other way. If this is too much for your shoulders, put your hands on your chest. And then we're going to do that little pull down again. 1, 2, 3, and one more side bend. So either with your hands either side of your head or on your chest. And then that pull down, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to release everything. So make it softer and swishy. Come back to the center. Right, now we're going to bring our feet a little closer. They're in a parallel position. There's room for a book between the feet or 2 fists between the knees. If we're standing, we're going to do a knee bend, like we're sliding down a wall. If you're sitting, you're going to push down into your legs, like you're going to stand up, but with a very upright back. So just that pressure down. And then release. And then we're going to do a hip hinge forwards. So we did the knee bend, hip hinge. Just let your arms go where they want to go. And a hip hinge is when you send your hips back and your bum goes back. You can feel it sticking out at the back. That's good. We want that. And then come up. We're going to swap between those two positions. Let your arms go gently forwards. Oh, I did my knee bend first. That's what I meant to do. Knee bend first and arms gently forwards for this hip hinge. Knee bend, hip hinge if you're sitting. This is our knee bend. We're pressing down, hip hinge. You could have your hands on your chest as well if it feels like too much, leaning forwards, or even your hands where mine are on the thighs. Straighten upright, and then we're leaning forwards, and you might even feel your bum just very slightly lift off the seat. That's it. Last one. And then take your legs wider. Your feet outwards a little bit, so not this much, just a little. And so that as you lean from side to side, your knee is over your toes. And we're just going to shift our weight from side to side. Now, if you're sitting, I would have your hands either on your thighs or holding onto your chair, just so that as you shift, there's something to stop you going right over. If you are standing, lean side to side. Now I'm looking to see if my knees go over my toes. If it looked like if I was doing this and now my knees now are coming inwards, my feet are out too far. I cannot bring them over my toes. In fact, from this angle, from where I'm looking, they're so inwards. So I'm going to really move my feet almost forwards, just a little out to the side. Now I can aim this knee to go right over my second and third toe, that sort of area. Basically, you don't want it on the inside. You want it going over these toes. Something with the arms now. So let's have a little reach across, keeping it upright. But we could also do something a little different in the middle. Let's come up. Now let's lean forwards in another hip hinge, wider legs, hands on your thighs for everybody. One arm free, give it a little swish around like you're clearing a table, and then the other arm free, a little swish around. Oh, I went into slow-mo then. And then grow tall. We'll have a little lean over, one side, the other side. Come forwards, send your bum back. Arms sweeping a surface. We're going to go one more time. I'm going to do the next one seated. So we're going one side, another side. Come forwards. One arm reaches, the other arm reaches, and then push yourself up. Bring your legs a little closer, but still wider. We're going to do a controlled swish. So you bring your arms up, grow tall, slowly come down, straight back. And then bring the arms up a little faster. Slowly come down, straight back. Now, if this feels a bit much for your back, I would really use my hands on my legs here and just go forwards and backwards like that. You might use one arm. That's it. Standing. So I'm not using as much momentum. I've done these before, these sort of swishes, and used a lot of momentum, so it's been more like that. I'm slowing this one down. So the upwards is a little faster, the downwards is slower. And one more. Gorgeous. Right, now we're going to take it down to the floor. If you're comfortable lying down on the floor, maybe a bed, maybe a sofa, or you can stay in your chair, and I've got instructions that work for all things, and I'll just keep moving around the different positions. But don't forget the big cushion that I mentioned earlier. So I've got my big cushion. I'm going to put it at the side because we're going to use it under our feet. And anything else that you want for your head. I like a towel. And I like a little cushion. And could you put the cushion underneath your feet? So this is whether you are sitting, whether you are lying down. We're all going to have ourselves with our legs bent at around 90 degrees. With our feet on this squishy cushion, so it's a different surface, it's not as flat. And then just make the rest of your body as comfortable as you can. So wriggle, get everything feeling just right. If you're lying down, you want your gaze to naturally be at the ceiling. I know you might be turning to look at the screen. I try and make my instructions so that you don't have to very much. And then let everything settle. So if you're sitting, you might be resting your hands in your lap. If you're lying down, you might flop your arms out to the sides. And just take 3 breaths in and out, nice and slow. It doesn't need to be deep. But if you can use your nose throughout with your tongue or at the top of your mouth, that would be perfection. You might even make your exhale slightly longer than your inhale. And then rest your hands on your belly and go into some pelvic tilts again. So you're just tipping back and bringing your pubic bone towards your nose, and then tipping away from your nose. Pubic bone goes down between your legs towards your feet. If you're doing this lying down, as you tip towards you, as you tip back, your lower back lowers down. It might even press deep into the floor, and your belly is like a scooping. And when I say scooping, imagine this area is an ice cream tub and you just scooped up with an ice cream scoop a big serving out of it. Is that sort of scooping sensation. There's a bit of tension here. As you go forward, your belly relaxes. That's it. Now could you move the cushion to one side so it's under just one foot? And do a couple of pelvic tilts. Let's do 3 like that. Just feel it's slightly different. And then the other foot. Exactly the same sitting. So one foot's right on top of the squishy cushion. The other's on the floor. And just press your big toes down a little if you can. All your toes if you like. That's it. And then let go. And let's keep, I think, one foot on the cushion. I'm just going to move it slightly more to the side so it's not in the way of the other foot. Squashing it up, that's it. And you could even put your cushion on the side, bit of cushionography, so it's really quite tall. So you can see that's a bit bulkier. Now I'm going to slide the other leg away and bring it back, and I'm trying to do it really sort of gently on the floor, so I'm trying not to drag my sock off. I'm just keeping it really delicate, and this other foot is pressing down into the cushion. It might be stronger than you think. Maybe you could do something with your arms. Can they move back as the leg goes away? Again, might be stronger than you think. They might just move a little bit back. They might move further back. Last one. Now we take our legs off. Let everything have a little sway side to side. Just the same if you're sitting, legs just have a little sway. And then we're going to swap the feet around. So you've got a leg on the cushion, this other leg's going to reach away. We'll do 3 more like that, and then we'll bring the arms in. I just want to show it sitting, just so you've definitely got the visual. So I'm on my squished cushion here, it's well and truly squished, and I'm sliding forwards. And now if you're on a chair, one thing I didn't mention, or on a bed, is you need to be right on the edge, otherwise there's not room for your leg to move forwards. Keep pressing down and just gently sliding forwards and back. You could even lean your body back slightly. And then if you want to try arms away, now sitting, it's quite strong like that, you might just try opposite arm back. You might try both. And then let go and let the legs go side to side, side to side. I'm going to take it back down to the floor. And next one is a knee fold. Now, cushion can stay under the feet, both feet this time. And this is a bit like we did at this early on in the class where we were just lifting one leg. One leg is still pressing into the cushion, and the other leg is going to lift up to a tabletop. So that's a tabletop If you are lying down, I'm just going to take my feet slightly further forwards. If you're seated, it's going to be a heel raise. So you're lifting up almost to the tip of your toe because your legs are already in a bent position. So we'll take a breath in. And as you breathe out, press one leg, the leg that's going to be still down, and take the other leg up to tabletop. And then we can tap the opposite hand just slightly across. Could be on top, could be reaching across for a little turn, a little twist of the body, and then take both down. 2 more. Then we're going to swap sides. So this leg's going to float up. It's a tabletop, so your shin is parallel to the ceiling if you're lying down. If you are seated, it's more like a heel raise. You can see I'm going to the tip of my toe there. So we've got that movement. And then the next one, we're going to tap the hand across. Just have a little turn in our body. It's like our ribs are peeling away from the floor and just having a little reach across. And then place your feet down. We could squish the cushion either between our feet or higher up. I like it between my knees, or just like my whole, that's quite a big cushion. Whole leg can hold onto it. Now you're either holding the sides of your chair or you're letting your arms come out in a sort of T type of a shape. And just let your legs sway side to side, squeezing that cushion. And your feet come away slightly from the floor on each side. Now, if you like, you could turn your head the opposite way. And you could also extend the top leg. Makes it a little heavier. So it makes it stronger for your sides as you do this. I like to get the twists first, that little turn of the legs, and then take my leg out. And I also like my head going the opposite direction. That's it. 1 more each way. And then take the cushion down. We're going to have a change of posture. So if you're seated, stay seated. If you are lying down, we're going to go on our front. If going on your front, so lying face down, doesn't work for you, come up to a seated position and I'll show you in both positions what we're doing. So I'll show you seated first. If you're sitting, I'd like you to grow tall. I'm doing this in a kneeling position. I'm going to bring a hand to my forehead like a little sort of salute and take it down, and the other hand and take it down. Now, all the time I'm doing that, I'm pulling back like I've just tapped the back of my head. My chins are here. I'm just doing that little tap. If I'm lying on my front cushion, you might now want it underneath your pelvis. I don't like any cushion at the front, but you could have your forehead on a small cushion. I prefer a towel. And I've got my arms here at the front in the same sort of W position. I'm going to let my legs go slightly wider, but they're long. They're not flopped out. They're long and reaching away. And I'm pressing my bum, I'm tilting it slightly down into the cushion. Not a lot, but just so that my back feels strong here, rather than letting it dip, because otherwise I tend to get a lot of pinchy sort of feelings when I come up with my head. We're going to take a breath in, roll the shoulders down and lift the head off whatever you've got it on and look down. And then take it down again. Breath in, lift the head up, not pressing into my arms, and then come down. And on this next one, I'm going to hold it up there. And I'm just going to give myself a little salute. Each side, you can see how low I am. Take it down and give your bum a sway side to side. If you're sitting, you might want a break and you might want to give your bum a little wriggle too. Right, next one's different for all of us. Instead of doing that salute, we're going to do that W shape and pull the arms down like we did in the first part of the class. So you can do this lying down without lifting your head. First, just make your whole body feel very long, right down your back, right down your legs. Float the arms and pull downwards like you're trying to touch the sides of your body. If it feels okay to lift your head, still looking down, you can then lift your hands and pull downwards. Keep those legs long and the body long. And then everybody let go. Let your bum sway side to side. Oh, I felt a strong one. I don't know about you. Strong for me. And a bit of cramp in the foot as well. I've got to wiggle this foot around. It was making the legs long. It just suddenly brings a little cramp in. And we're going to push ourselves to a seated position. So it might be you like to push backwards. It might be you'd rather roll on your side. Take your time. I'm going to push backwards. And just give my bum a little wiggle around this way. And then you've got this cushion there. It's a good thing to sit on, especially if you're sitting on the floor. So we'll sit on our cushion or on our chair or on the edge of the bed, any position with your legs that's comfortable for you. Grow a little taller. We're going to take a hand just to the side of the knee, just turn the body, so in that direction as two. And then we'll come back to the center, breath in, and turn again. So that might be the limit of how far you'd like to turn, or how far is safe for you to turn. Otherwise, if you're comfortable turning a little more, we might just go on the outside of the leg and bring this other hand back behind us. One more time each side. We'll do a wavy side bend. So just giving your arm like a big wave, like you're waving to someone in slow-mo in the distance. And one more. And then turn your palms outwards, scoop up the air, bring your hands together and into your chest. You're all done. Well done. So a little bit of back extension in there, some gentle rotation. Who's that? Mary. Oh, that sounds such a lovely comment. I'm just catching up. This is perfect and helps with my body problems. That's so nice to hear, Mary. Come back again. I'm here every Wednesday. See you all next week. Have a lovely week, everyone.